All right, and we're live here at Track 2 at the Great Southern Slam 2016 at the Adelaide Showgrounds, the Glynis Nunchucker Track 2. My name's Bob DeQuickley. I'm here with Magic Mike. Good morning, Mike.
How are you?
Good, thanks, mate. Getting into the roller derby today. Plenty of action so far and plenty still to come. What we're about to get into here on Track 2 is Ballarat Roller Derby League taking on Canberra Roller Derby League. So on your screen you'll see Ballarat, the Rat Pack, in the white and brown colours. I'll just have a quick read through of their roster, which is 101 Mermayhem, number 12 Screamstress, 13 Bezombie, 16 DeBruiser, 1968 Xavier, 23 Hartley, 247 Show Pony, 32 Rachel, 3350 Pixie Skates, 38 Roast Mortem, 40 Mega, 42 wearing the C for captain today Bailey, 52 Roxy Horror, 666 Hellfire, 77 Vindicator, number 8 Slicer, 81 Indestructible, 925 Mars and 93 Lockjess Monster. Benched today by Rick Amortis and Meg Rock.
And lining up for Canberra Roller Derby League, CRDL, we've got number 10 Rainbow Spite, 1236 is Madge, 1975 Behemoth Rhapsody, 2 is Stacey, 2602 Killy Jean, 28 is Ellie Stomp, 327 Overbearing, 39 Harlot Oscara, 411 Bambi Von Smasher, 429 Farlap, 47 is Clash, 56 is AM Chaos, 604 Knuckles, 61 Boudica, 616 Roomy Doom, 70 Stone Jet, 8 Missy D, 88 Berry Mad, 89 Anthrax, and 9 is Sugar Plum Crazy. Benchies are Roxy Die Hard, Jam Pants, Katomic, Drake, and Kirkabane.
Jamming already. We had Bailey and Bambi Von Smasher doing the jamming duties first up. No scores so far. Lining up for the next one, Fast Lap 429 for Vice City and 666 Hellfire for the Rat Pack.
We saw in the last game here on Track 2, that was an epic battle. I'm sure this one's shaping up to be much the same.
Looking at the standings for last year, TGSS right here. Canberra came in 3rd position overall, with Ballarat taking in 20th place.
Pretty good result really for Canberra last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did well to make their way through. As we go on through the game, I'll madly look up what their matchups and scores were for last year.
Hellfire working hard here at the back of the pack, working hard in the back of Canberra.
It's Fast Lap out first for Vice City. She's your lead jammer. Hellfire still amongst the pack as Fast Lap gets back amongst the points, picks up some... That's all 5, gets the jammer point in on there as well.
7-7, Vindicator is going to spend some time in the box here.
Meanwhile, we can see Hellfire. She's just whipped the star cover off her head just to try and take some attention off her in the pack there. So the helmet cover stash gets her through the pack for an initial pass. Unable to get amongst the points though, by Fast Lap calls it off for 4 more.
So Canberra Roller Derby League picking up 9 points in that first jam. A great way to start this game. We're here on Track 2 in Wayville Showgrounds, Adelaide. Been a little bit of a chilly morning here in Adelaide, being a typical winter morning, but the girls are heating things up on track as we go along today.
I'm pretty sure Track 2 is the coldest track in the whole place, Mike.
Yeah, definitely very chilly. 5-2, it's Roxy Horror. She is absolutely pumping at the back of that Canberra wall. She is intense. She is saying, I am coming through. And Canberra flatly refusing to let her go past, working very, very hard.
Bambi Von Smasher barely touching the sides as she gets through, scoring pass for 5. Reapproaches the pack, gets down low on the outside, uses those levels, up on the toe stops on the outside, and she's through for another 5 points, gets the jammer point in there. This time a big hit as she gets back up against that Ballarat wall, and she's taken back on track. Nice drag back down to...
She's not very big, Bambi, is she? But she certainly fires when she comes into that pack.
You can certainly get some quick speed changes and changes of direction. Gets another jammer point as she makes that scoring pass.
Bambi picking up 5 points on her way around there.
Jump across.
Not quite.
Didn't land it. Back she goes on a big hit. She goes to the floor into the inside.
Bambi showed up with a serious amount of intent here for the beginning of this game. Roxy is still working hard against that Canberra defence. Canberra is just firing in their defensive line.
And some big hits to the outside here for the Ballarat jammer as well. Roxy Horror taken to the outside and forced to go back. And we've got a big hit there. On
Bambi doing the call from her back on the ground on the inside of the track. She said, nah, it's time for a breather.
The hands flying up to the face as she took that hit to the inside.
Might have just caught her in the chin or the nose there. I'm not quite sure. She's just getting looked over in the box. I guess it's hard when you fire in like that and you're so short. You're often going to bump into something. So
that's right. So back behind the jammer line. This time we've got Bailey 42 for Ballarat and 429 fast lap for Canberra. One in the bin for Ballarat. So they've got the slight pack disadvantage.
And they're firing off both Division 1 teams playing here at TGSS, and you can see the big jump to that Division 1 sort of status. The speed of play is quite different, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bailey's dragged away through the front of this pack. She's your lead jammer for the Rat Pack. The Vice City blockers at the front just picking up this pack speed a little bit. She'll get amongst the points. She'll pick one up and call the jam off. First points on the board for the Rat Pack there with that one.
And a big hand up there in the box for Bailey. She's saying, yeah, I got that. And the crowd's starting to pick up a little bit as it gets a little bit later in the day. Numbers are starting to come in.
Yeah, more teams rocking up as they get ready for their games later in the day. And the other teams in these pools going and checking out these skaters playing as well.
And Canberra's even got its own cheerleading squad there in the green and purple, shaking their groove thing over there in the corner. Harlot making her way around as your lead jammer. Just approaching the back of the pack there.
Hellfire with the star cover off her helmet, just making her way back. She's recycled, trying to re-enter the pack for an initial pass. 5 points added by Harlot O'Scara meantime.
And this Canberra defence so far has been rock solid for this first couple of jams. They're really making the Ballarat jammers work pretty hard to get through. Meanwhile, the Canberra jammers are capitalising on that time. Getting out and getting some really good points to start with.
Yeah, so Rachel's ended up with the star for Ballarat. She's the jammer now. She's not lead jammer, but she's getting amongst the points here as the jam is called off. She's happy to take the one, she indicates to the jammer ref, and sees it mirrored back to her. So,
and Canberra picking up 3 points in that lap. Roxy having another crack at this. She's lining up for the jam again, number 52. And that looks like Chaos, I think it is, 56.
Yeah, AM Chaos, number 56 for the Vice City Rollers. AM Chaos looking for a hole down the inside, trying to push her way through this Rat Pack defence. Roxy Horror.
Pretty tight sort of pack there, isn't it?
Bouncing off the back of this Canberra defence, unable to find a way through. Switches to the outside, tries to put on some speed around there. No luck yet, but AM Chaos is out first.
Canberra picking up the lead at jammer's position again. Doing a really, really great job in the early parts of this game.
Absolutely. So AM Chaos back amongst the pack now.
Canberra 42 at the moment versus Ballarat's 2, so they've got to jump.
Yeah. Xavier just holding her at the front, manages to get past there, picks up the jammer point for all 5 held in the air.
Oh.
AM Chaos sails around the outside. Roxy Horror.
How good was that move? She just ducked down and swung around the outside like no one even saw her coming.
Yeah, Roxy Horror just getting knocked around by this Canberra defence at the moment. Cycle back again to all the way back to turn 3 from where she is right here in front of us.
And Horror taking it in good stride. She's really going, you know what, I'm going to find a way through here. The pack sort of moving to the inside as it gets a little bit broken up there.
Chaos just opting for the outside there, puts on a bit of speed, picks up some more points, and that'll be enough for her. So AM Chaos adding 20 points for that jam for the Vice City Rollers. That takes them to 62. Rat Pack stuck on 2 so far. The other team in this pool today that'll be taking on both of these teams over the course of the weekend are Hobart's Convex City Rollers. They'll be taking a keen interest in how this game plays out as well. You
think they'll be doing a little bit of secret homework maybe before their game?
Not so secret. They're just watching and taking notes.
Bailey here now having a crack at Canberra's defence, and she's getting equally as muscled around at the back of the pack there. Ballarat determined, and she's broken through and is chasing down Bailey from Canberra.
Yeah, got about half a track on her so far. Bambi Von Smasher going to make her way through, pick up what points she can and call it off.
Now, was Mega heading into the bin? Yes, she is. They'll start one player down for the next jam.
Lining up behind the jammer line for the next one. 429 for Vice City is Fast Lap, and 666 Hellfire for the Rat Pack.
So 429 Far Lap with the long hair there. Fast Lap, I should say, not the racehorse.
Yeah. This time Hellfire finds a gap on the outside, steps through it. Lead jammer
and
for the first
time
for the Rat Pack. Getting some love from the Geelong skaters on the sidelines on that side of the track. That was a smart call. Hellfire there, hitting the hips. So we're in the stars next time around, 52 and 56. That's Roxy Horror. And
Roxy just taking a little bit of space back this time, isn't she?
That's right. AM Chaos, 56.
Yeah, Chaos and Roxy heading up against each other again here. Roxy just saying, I'm just going to just sit here and see what you do before I take off.
Still one blocker in the bin for Ballarat. She'll be released shortly. She's standing.
She's got the 10-second nod, doesn't she? She's ready to fire back onto the track.
AM Chaos burst out of the pack first, but she's picked up a cut track. So Roxy Horror will have a power jam when she's able to get through this pack.
Can she capitalise? Her team will be saying, get in there. And she's taking her time here, having a look at the Canberra defence again and saying, come on guys, I need a little bit of help here at the back. So Mega coming in and trying to make some space for her to help her through. That Canberra defence is solid, isn't it?
Yeah, big hit off to the inside there.
Nuck 604 just regrouping with the Canberra defence again. Ballarat's just picked this up and gone, hang on a minute, let's get in front of some of these boxes and make some space for Roxy. Great job playing the offense position as blockers.
Yeah, Bambi Von Smasher, meanwhile, has come back from the penalty box, made her way through the pack for an initial. She won't be lead jammer.
And another penalty being served over here. That's Mega heading to the box.
She only just came out of it.
Sent back to the naughty corner.
That's right.
Roxy
Horror heading off to the penalty box now for cutting the track. So that means that AM Chaos.
Yep, Chaos again taking the power jam position and trying to capitalise on this against Ballarat. Ballarat saying, we're not letting you go that easily, but just can't quite keep up with the pace of Bambi as she comes around. And testing the whether she was going to get a multiplayer on them. They had the foresight to let go of that and let her through.
Vice City holding the goat at the back, so leaving only 2 blockers at the front for Chaos to be able to get past. And a couple more as that jam comes to an end.
Canberra really accelerating on the scoreboard, aren't they? Bailey lining up for Ballarat, number 42 at the back, and it looks like Harlot for Canberra, number 39.
Penalty box is empty, so we've got 4 on 4 blockers in front of the line.
It's a big wall to get through, isn't it?
It is. covering the entire track. But Ballarat out first.
Bailey's here saying, yeah, look, I'm not having enough of this scoreboard. Flies through, absolutely blasted out of the pack.
Shut down on the inside there. Mars just closing that door, but she's got 3, calls it off.
Great work by Bailey getting away there and taking control of that jam.
Yeah, smart call just as she hit it.
And a big salute to the scoreboard on her way back as they change over.
Now we've got Bambi Von Smasher behind the jammer line and Miss Hellfire, 666 for Ballarat.
So they're just taking a moment here as they get set. Jam being started, and they're just trying to work their way around. Canberra creatively. Hellfire trying to be clever, and she gets binned for using her forearms. So Canberra back on a power jam again.
Yeah, Bambi got a dressing on her chin there, maybe after that hit that she took earlier on in the game.
She did take a fairly solid hit in the chin, and she did get looked at by the team. So you're probably right there. I didn't quite... Yeah, you're right. She looks like she's got a band-aid there. She might have split the chin, maybe.
But Bambi Von Smasher firmly in control of this jam. She's the lead jammer. She's picked up the jammer point.
She's checking her boot. She's on one foot. This girl is unstoppable. And she's... Oh, no, she's doing a U-turn. She's saying, I need to do up my laces.
She's just going to hang on and wait, fix that boot.
How awesome is she? No, just give me a sec. I need to fix my laces.
And bust on through the pack with all 5. The Vice City cheer squad on the far side of the track liking that move. And Hellfire just heading back to the penalty box.
And she puts the jammer's cap back on.
Yeah, she's picked up a
panty,
high block penalty. So stationary pack, the rat pack at the front. Just trying to pick up some speed as Bambi hits the pack, but she's bounced off so far. Just one held at the back there by the Canberra defence.
I'm curious. Bambi was a gentle creature as a kid, and this Bambi looks nothing but not gentle, does she?
It's all in the surname, Bambi Von Smasher.
Von Smasher. She's doing an absolutely brilliant job just talking to her team here and saying, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, and this time just leading with a blocker as she makes her way into that. Looked like Nux that...
held up on the outside. She's going, you're not pushing me off the track. Oh, 2 penalties there for Ballarat. I don't know whether that was maybe a multiplayer. She did get held up on the outside of the track there.
I wouldn't think on both of them.
So 2 Ballarat in the box at the end of this.
Xavier's going to be jamming for Ballarat now, 1968. And a fast lap, 4:29 for Canberra.
Do you wonder whether there's a relevance to the year, perhaps? Not her age. She's certainly not that old.
Xavier's going to get a run up at the start of this one. 5 seconds is called.
Yeah, watch out, Canberra defence. She is coming your way.
Only the couple of blockers to help her through at the front.
And you know what Canberra says? We're all over this. Bring it on.
Fast lap is through. She's your lead jammer for Canberra. Couple of skaters down the far side of the track. There's a forearms penalty issued, and that's on one of the Ballarat blockers. So it leaves one blocker on the track for the Rat Pack at the moment.
And
an illegal procedure there issued on Xavier as well. So it gives the power jam to fast lap now. So there are 3 blockers on the track for the Rat Pack now, one of which is at the back and being held as a goat by the Canberra.
And Xavier just confirming in the box. She's spinning the arm saying, what did I do wrong? And just getting some advice from the team there.
The fast lap as she makes her way back towards the...
Canberra blockers creating carnage in Ballarat, just saying, we're going to make some space for you. There you go.
Great communication from the Canberra jammer there
really,
as well, just as she comes back into the pack, letting her defence know what she wants.
Absolutely, and they just work so well together. You can see this defence has really practiced and trained together and know what each other do.
So if Canberra have a real success strategy at the moment, I think it's in breaking up and preventing this Ballarat wall from reforming.
That's it, and really getting in front of their jammer and making space for them, but then also at the same time transitioning back to defence and creating a really solid wall against the Ballarat jammer.
Yeah, so another 5 fingers it held in the air for fast lap there at the moment. So the 4 whistles go. That looks like a 29-point jam for fast lap, and managed to hold Ballarat to 0 points for that jam. So 29 to 0
big jam
in favour of Vice City.
They'll be pretty happy with that one. Just having a little bit of a think here. Ballarat reforming in front of the Canberra line at the jam line.
It looks like Xavier might have been penalised just at the end of that jam, so she's headed off to the Spank Alley penalty box.
Back again.
Putting the star on her helmet, which leaves AM Chaos with a power start for this one.
Interesting formation there too. The Ballarat defensive line went straight and the Canberra blockers moved to both sides.
Yeah, they're just going to leave the way open for AM Chaos to barge her own way through that wall.
And then kind of pick the solid parts and then they went and punched to them afterwards. They're very, very clever in their gameplay.
Lovely turn around the inside there. AM Chaos says, don't chase me, you're way out in front of the pack.
You can follow me, but you're never going to keep up. Canberra very focused, very much on their game.
Battering away through there, and AM Chaos has been given a forearms penalty. Off to the box for you.
She's not happy about that. She's going, yeah, I disagree, but not her call.
That's right. All right, the pack at a standstill over on this far side of the track. Xavier still with the jammer cover.
Oh, and Canberra leaving
her hand at the moment.
Canberra leaving gaps there deliberately, and then watching the Ballarat jammer jump in and then going, gotcha. It's almost inviting, isn't it?
Baiting the trap. That's right. So Rachel, there's a pivot for Ballarat heading off at the moment. So even if she wanted to pass that star, Xavier's got no one to give it off to at the moment. So she's got the
she's got to put it back
cover
on
in
the
her
head.
hand, and she's stuck with it for now.
Oh, just taking a full 13 there.
This takes that blocker out of play at the front and allowed to get through for another scoring pass.
And B Zombie doing the right thing, falling nice and small, getting the hands out of the way. And once she was clear, she said, okay, I'm going to get up here. Really making sure she looked after and didn't stick any fingers anywhere that could get run over.
Yeah, that's right. The Zombie and Roast Mortem unable to hold Chaos that time. She just goes around the outside and steps through for another scoring pass. Chaos
took the breather in the penalty box and came past recharge saying, I'm ready. Straight through again. How good is this girl?
There's another 20-point jam for the Vice City.
And I've got to admit, a big shout out to all our videographers today who are not talking but are in the background providing the great footage to you. They're doing an amazing job this morning.
That's the footage that you can see at home that we can't see here.
That we can't see, exactly.
Bambi Von Smasher takes the inside line. Bailey Jan for Ballarat steps on through. Lee Jammer before the pivot line. Bambi Von Smasher clear of the pack now as well, skating her way around. The pack is at a standstill. Bailey's going to get on through and call it off smartly.
Canberra Roller Derby League currently on 164 to Ballarat 10.
Ballarat just celebrating reaching the double figures there.
Absolutely, and rightly so, because they are working their tails off chasing this Canberra opposition. But what I really love about the Ballarat team is that they're behind a little bit in the score, but their intent is still there. They're still saying, we don't care, we're playing each jam as it comes up.
Still having a whole heap of derby fun as they do it too.
Absolutely.
Hellfire's the jammer for Ballarat, but AM Chaos, number 56 for Vice City, is out of the pack first. She's your lead jammer.
She's very quick off the line, Chaos, isn't she?
She is. And she spots a hole and lunges at it. Hellfire's going to head off to the penalty box.
So we're on a power jam again here. Chaos picking up 5 points on this lap. It's interesting. Derby's one of those things. It's not about the size of the player, is it? There are some very small jammers that do exceptionally well because they're very agile.
That's right. You see a lot of it coming down to the ability to change speed and change direction in a hurry.
Absolutely.
And we see one of those spurts of speed just gets AM Chaos passed on the inside there, picks up another 5-point scoring pass. A stationary pack awaits her this time. She skates up to the back of it.
Ballarat taking a few cues maybe from Canberra and just getting in front there and dictating the pace of this pack.
So again, the pack still barely moved since the last pass.
Oh.
We've had the star pass there.
It was pivot on pivot.
Yeah, Rachel, number 32, now wearing the star cover. She manages to get it on, but not get into the points. Hey, if you're here at the venue today, or even if you're at home online, visit daclinic.com, D-A, clinic with a K. They love roller derby. So visit their stall, the shop, or enjoy free delivery on all online orders Australia-wide. 16 years in the game, they can help you with all your derby needs.
Xavier now lining up here for Ballarat. And Bambi. Bambi starting on the edge. A little tentative start this time. She's head first into Ballarat's defence.
Dropping the head and
Xavier
pushing
through the
through.
inside. Oh, multiplayer called on. Who got that penalty? 77 for Ballarat. Vindicator picked up the multiplayer.
Both jammers hitting this wall solidly simultaneously.
And Bambi, sticking her head under her teammate's armpit almost and getting clothesline on the way through. Had the foresight to duck at the last moment.
Yeah, there was some big impact as both of those jammers hit their packs. So just under 5 minutes left to go in this first period. Canberra are currently on 192. Ballarat still on 10. Right now it's Bailey and Farslap doing the respective jamming. Couple of blockers in the bin for Ballarat. So it's all in Farslap's favour at the moment.
Nuck, 6:04 for Canberra, sitting in the middle there. Just waiting for Bailey to come round, and then she shuts the door.
So one more heading off to the bin for Ballarat. There's only one blocker left on the pack. Farslap is through for lead jammer. And, not able to hold a roast mortem.
Farslap
Left
saying,
all on her own.
let's capitalise on this one, shall we? It's got a fairly good tempo, this game. The pack's getting a little bit spread out now.
Oh,
Ballarat's pivot going to make some space there. Chucks in a shoulder on her way through.
Yeah.
Oh, the intent of Ballarat's jammer. She's like, I don't care, let me through. Oh, and she gets cleaned up at the front of the pack. Bailey back on her feet. She said, I'm going to start again. And I think for that hit, the Canberra block has taken a penalty for that one.
Bailey out of the bin now. Clear of the pack at last. It's an initial pass for her. That was hard work getting through that pack.
Bailey doing a great job as a jammer for Ballarat. She's done a lot of time on track as a jammer, so she's covering some distance, putting in the hard yards for her team.
That last jam, 19-point jam for Vice City, takes them over the 200 mark. They're on 211. A solid lead over Ballarat.
And a big shout out to Adelaide Showgrounds. Thank you for the Showgrounds and this amazing venue. And they have also put in the bid to hold the Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Tournament in 2017, which will be huge.
Good luck, Adelaide Showground. AM Chaos and Miss Hellfire doing the jamming. A slow start. We've got the jammers up against the back of the defensive walls.
They're almost having a bit of a meeting there to decide which way they're going to go, aren't they?
Now some progress. Chaos out of the pack first. Lead jammer for Vice City. Hellfire out of the pack there now as well.
Hellfire flat out chasing down
speed.
Chaos.
1 foot round the outside. AM Chaos putting on a show for the Vice City cheer squad on the far side of the track from us.
I think Chaos earning some spectator points for creativity. Doing an awesome job for Canberra. Vindicator lining up now for Ballarat with 39 from Canberra, which is Harlot O'Scara for the Canberra team. Harlot pops through.
A bit of variety being introduced into the jammer rotations for both teams here now.
I think they're working fairly hard, aren't they? They're just trying to make sure they don't fatigue them too much in the first half.
And Harlot just being picked up for a forearms penalty. So it's going to give Vindiscator the power jam once she can get clear of this pack.
And that was a big hit on the Canberra number 10, who got basically shot out of the back of the pack off track. Took her a couple of seconds just to regroup herself and get back up.
Vindiscator dragging him out at the front now. She's taken on to the outside.
So the pack stopped here. Vindiscator looking for a line through this pack. Canberra blockers running interference on Ballarat's pivot.
Vindiscator just forced to the ground again, unable to retake the track. She's having to go backwards again.
Did she drop the panty?
Yeah, she's got it off now.
Oh, almost through.
Harlot O'Scara just nudged to the inside. She's going to have to go way back again after her re-entry. Just taken to the outside again.
Or on her toes, nearly hung onto it.
And Vindiscator now, she's got the jammer cover in her hand, heading off to the penalty box.
Very tall young lady. She's going to head in now to serve her penalty time. Harlot just gets away at the front because looks like Ballarat had to reform the pack.
Just the three blockers waiting for her at the front of this pack as well. Harlot O'Scara stepping past them now, strings those blockers out. Through she goes. She'll pick up all five for that one.
So pack pace game speed just slowing down as we come towards the end of this first half. Obviously a couple of players getting a little bit probably tired now, so they'll be looking forward to that 15-minute break in the middle.
And that's going to be the end of the jam. We're about to go into half-time. This game is brought to you today by Spank Alley. They have an awesome range of onesies, hoodies, compression pants and checks in bowls merch and left-turn clothing. They have it in stock. If you're not here at TGSS, get online, message your friends who are here. They can grab you some awesome specials. Pretty sure they won't last long. Follow Spank Alley on Facebook and Instagram for weekend and product updates. That's halftime. We'll be back here at Track 2 at TGSS 2016 real soon.
The Aries Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Aries Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower. You forget your numbers and you're sent back to the bench.
Your bench! Put your numbers on! Get those numbers on your arms!
Let's see that again.
I have a severe sweating problem. Before I got my Spank Alley armbands, the refs were always telling me to reapply my numbers. But now, I can stay in the game.
My Spank Alley armband's second as a rope. Now I can lock up the competition. Thanks, Spank Alley.
But wait, there's more. If you order now, you'll get not just one, but 2 armbands. That's one for each of your arms.
Thanks, Spank Alley!
Spank Alley armbands. Get spanked.
The Clinic, Adelaide's skate and streetwear specialist, stocking a huge range of skateboards, longboards and cruisers, as well as scooters, streetwear and footwear, plus roller skates, inline skates and Heelys. The Clinic, 20 Curry Street in the city, open 7 days, or shop with us online.
I don't think it's nice you laughing. Now, if you apologize like I know you're going to, I might convince him that you really didn't mean it.
The Aries Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Aries Platinum, performance redefined.
Has this ever happened to you? Fumbling your marker. Your marker's not working. Trying to scrub off those pesky markers in the shower.
Hey, welcome back to track 2 here at the Goyder Pavilion Wayville Showgrounds for this game between Ballarat Roller Derby League and Canberra Roller Derby League. We're in the second half here, and it's been a big first half for Canberra on 2-2-3 versus 10 for Ballarat. Canberra's defence has been absolutely rock solid, and a big shout out to BSS Light Audio Visual. Thank you for the supply and special account on AV equipment, sales, hire and installation of audio, visual and lighting systems for all commercial and domestic applications, including corporate functions and conferences. Speaking of people back, hello again.
Hi, Magic Mike. Yeah, some more of our sponsors here at TGSS 2016. Hellcat Clothing, they're a silver level sponsor. So that if you want athletic roller derby gear, but still want to be an individual, Hellcat Clothing has you covered. They make comfy, fun derby clothing and unique team uniforms, customised and personalised roller derby shorts, leggings and workout gear, custom made with love and passion right here in Australia. So Hellcat Clothing for on and off the track. We're just here in the Goyder Pavilion at the Adelaide Showgrounds, the Glynis Nunchucker Track 2. They're just about to get back into the second half of this game between the Rat Pack and the Vice City Rollers.
Bailey lining up for Ballarat against Chaos from Canberra, number 56. Crowd's getting a little bit thicker here, isn't it? As the day goes on, we're getting more and more people coming in.
We should make it warmer here in the stadium.
Absolutely. Very cold here in the stadium, but good for the players because they'll be certainly working up a sweat out there on the track.
Yeah, so one starting in the penalty box for Ballarat. That's Mega. The whistle gets us underway, and AM Chaos, number 56, is your lead jammer bursting out of the pack.
38 from Ballarat getting almost knocked into the penalty box. That's how far away she ended up.
And Bailey jam for the Rat Pack, just getting in AM Chaos's way, forcing her to call off the jam. No points added for either team at that one.
Bambi's back again here in the start of the second half. Let's see what she can do after the break. Lining up against Hellfire, who has been a regular feature of Ballarat's attacking play.
Yeah, everyone out of the penalty box now, so a full 4-on-4 in front of the jammer line.
Hellfire taking a shot at Bambi. Bambi saw that one coming and went, not a chance.
Yeah, so Bambi out first. She's the lead jammer for the Vice City Rollers, and one heading off to the penalty box for Ballarat.
How awesome is Bambi playing today? She's always just firing out of that pack, picking up points all over the place.
And you can see that right now. Get down low, up on one skate.
I don't need two skates. I'll use one and save some energy.
So she rejoins the pack there now. Just ducks through again, getting down low, getting underneath that defence of Ballarat, and she's through for another 5 points.
Bowie taking a penalty there, 1975, hitting the box for Canberra. She'll do her 30 seconds. And there was a lap. Bambi going for a lap on Ballarat's jammer, picking up 5 points.
And again, we can see her again going around down low on the outside. Just beats all of the efforts of the Rat Pack defence to close it down. Outside again for Bambi. if Ballarat want to shut her down, they really need to look at that outside line. She's taken it nearly every time.
She would be like considered a pocket rocket, that girl. I mean, she'd be not close to 5'3" maybe, but quick on her feet.
And the power, once she gets that power on the ground, she puts the speed on.
Gone, isn't she?
1968. That's Xavier for the Ballarat Rat Pack, and AM Chaos, number 56 for Vice City Rollers.
Chaos also having a really good game for Canberra as well, isn't she?
Yeah, the jammer rotation has been really strong. Look at that bursting through the middle.
Boom, I am out of here. Chaos looking really composed all game. She's really concentrating on what she's doing. Canberra team very professional in their approach, but when you can pass a pack like that, you can see why.
Yeah, almost sticky skating, not even lifting the wheels off the ground through that pass through the pack. Just changes direction and smoothly rolls around the outside of the defenders.
Canberra picking up a penalty there. Didn't quite pick up what that was for, but Thrack's going to do some time in the box now. Oh, forearm on the Ballarat player.
That's Bazombie, number 13. She'll head off to the penalty box here as well. So virtually motionless pack as Chaos just gets through one more time. Rose Morton just going to chase down at the front, but having to let her go. Xavier's just stashed the helmet cover and made her way through the pack. That's an initial pass for her.
Oh, Chaos. I'll just do a 360, have a bit of a look around. I've got plenty of time.
Xavier just rejoins the back of the pack, but Chaos is going to call it off.
Canberra Roller Derby League 261 to Ballarat. Still remains on 10 at this stage. Big gap in score, but I wouldn't say a big gap in effort. Ballarat has been doing a really good job chasing down what is an absolutely formidable Canberra team.
Canberra just had to call one back off the track, almost starting this one with 5 blockers.
Now, you did mention Canberra coming up in 2014. They finished 4th, I believe you said earlier.
3rd overall in the TGSS last time around.
So it gives you a pretty good indication of how good they actually are, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you look at their games from last slam, they defeated both Brisbane City and South Sea quite convincingly both times. You can have a look at all of the results from previous tournaments on thegreatsouthern.com.au. So Chaos lining up as the jammer for Canberra, and Hellfire 666 for Ballarat. Canberra just reserving that position immediately in front of the jammer line. Let Chaos through. Rose Mortem just serves Chaos a serve on the inside. Sends her back behind the pack to start again. This time, AM Chaos puts on some speed around the outside, picks up lead jammer.
And you can see this pack, they're working really hard here. Ballarat trying to cause confusion, but the Canberra blockers just constantly run interference against Ballarat, don't they? Whenever the jammers are around the other side of the track, they're still working away and really pushing Ballarat to be on their game.
Yeah, I can just look at see a quick jammer change around happening in the penalty box. Miss Hellfire just picked up cutting the track penalty.
So one in, the next one in. Boom. Canberra is away.
AM Chaos released from the penalty box. Hellfire immediately standing, less than 10 seconds to serve, and everyone back on the track.
And Chaos straight through the pack out of the box. There is no stopping this girl, picking up 5 more points on this lap. Number 13, Bees Zombie rejoining the pack from the box. She's coming straight into this Canberra lineup and creating some space for her jammer, who's now away.
Hellfire through the pack now, but Chaos has already made her way through for a scoring pass, just getting some offensive help.
And Chaos really loves that 360 spin, doesn't she, on the inside? She'll just do a little turn and sneak away.
And Hellfire just heading back to the penalty box. So AM Chaos now with the power jam, firmly in control of this jam.
And interesting there from a Benji's or a tactical point of view, Canberra blockers holding back on Ballarat until their jammer hits the wall, and then Canberra blockers coming forward and assisting their jammer afterwards on the plays. It's really interesting to watch.
almost a delayed offensive hit.
Here they go again, just holding back a little bit.
Just going for the jump across the inside. Rosemortem shutting that down.
Ballarat's pivot, Rachel, now serving time in the box, so she'll start off for the next jam. No points scored on that last lap around.
It'll be Xavier jamming for Ballarat and Harlot Oscara for Canberra.
Xavier likes to take that little bit of a run at the pack, doesn't she? She tends to hold back a little bit so she can sort of pick her line as she comes in.
Yeah,
she's getting a smile from Canberra saying, bring it on.
Sometimes you'll see them preempt the whistle and get a bit of a run up beforehand, but this time waiting for the whistle. Harlot Oscara, lead jammer.
Now, do we think that the Canberra players are absorbing the energy from their cheer squad on the other side? Do you think that's where they're getting all this energy from?
That'll have to be it. They've got sparkly pom-poms and everything.
Well, we could have sparkly pom-poms in the announcer's box, but it wouldn't make any difference.
I've got some right now, you just can't see them.
Ballarat's pivot just sitting in front of Harlot there, not actually touching her, but just creating a little bit of a nuisance, for want of a better term.
Harlot high steps through that pack there, picks up another scoring pass, calls off the jam. 21 and a half minutes left to go in this game. Canberra now 292.
Canberra's next line straight onto the track, ready to go. Ballarat just forming up in front of them here at the jammer line. Looks like Bambi just having a little bit of a look at Ballarat's wall, deciding which way she's going to go, and equally the pivot, Rachel, holding her blockers ready for Bambi's approach.
But Bambi just skates around her own wall and engages with the Ballarat defence.
Bailey working for Ballarat. She's throwing herself into this Canberra defence. Few hard hits to the shoulders there. Ballarat's pivot hitting the ground just behind the pack.
Bambi is out. She's the lead jammer. Just about to re-engage with the pack for a scoring pass. Bailey headed off to the box for a cut track.
And this young lady, Bailey, working as a jammer for Ballarat, she has been working very, very hard this game and not necessarily rewarded points-wise, but effort-wise she's been right up there doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's been a tough slog for Ballarat this whole game, yet to score this half. Bambi, meanwhile, makes her way through for her second 5-point scoring pass for this jam.
Bambi goes around, steps over the leg of Ballarat and says, here I go again.
Yeah, able to exploit that hole on the outside of Ballarat's defensive wall.
She's very good at playing the outside, whereas I notice Chaos prefers off to the inside, and she'll actually step inside that play. Bambi will often just sort of step around it. So two very different players doing exceptionally well in their own right.
20-point jam so far for Bambi Von Smasher. It takes Canberra over the 300-point mark.
Oh.
And again, it's outside. A strung-out pack just leaves it wide open for Bambi to make her way through for 4 more.
And Bambi looking over at her box there saying, do I call it? Do I keep going? They go, nah, go again. Picking up 4 more points this lap.
Yeah, Bailey's back on track now, getting amongst the points.
Ballarat's wall getting tested by Bailey as she bumps into it.
There we go. There's 4 points indicated for Bailey. And a bit over 10 minutes into this half, that is the first points on the board for this half for Ballarat.
Bailey calling that one there. She gets the tap and the nod from the team, says, no, time for a break. Let's change out the players.
So Fast Lap making her way back behind the jammer line for Canberra, and Hellfire for Ballarat.
Ballarat just skating up to Fast Lap, having a little bit of a look, deciding how they're going to hold her up. Hellfire taking a centre position here. She's sort of going, what are we going to do here?
So those holes just close in front of Fast Lap as the whistle blows.
Well, it was shut very quickly, wasn't it? They didn't get much time there.
There's a multiplayer block being called on somebody. Yet to see who's making their way off to the penalty box, but Hellfire's the lead jammer for the Rat Pack. Looks like Screamstress heading off to the penalty box for that multiplayer called on the far side of the track. Hellfire thought
Hellfire
3.
asking for the points to the ref. The ref's giving her the look back like, nope.
Just able to add 1 for that jam. Ballarat, Xavier and AM Chaos. Seen this match up a couple of times so far this half.
And you always say don't mess with the roller derby, girl. Well, I'm thinking even more, don't mess with the referees.
You can, it's always an option.
It may not end well.
AM Chaos steps on through. She's the lead jammer for the Vice City Rollers. Xavier struggling at the back of this pack here at the moment, trying to find a gap in this defensive wall. You can see Canberra in the triangular formation.
The really interesting thing too, watching Chaos here as she picks up points, is she's so smooth on the track. She just doesn't waste any effort. She just cruises, uses her effort when she has to, and then just puts her pace on again and comes around.
Yeah, and just nobody watching as that time as she went through for the 5-point pass one more time.
And a very clear indicator why. We've got two of Ballarat's players back, so they're a little short on numbers trying to hold Chaos up.
So the Rat Pack defenders just trying to reform at the front.
Now, was that a start pass?
It wasn't, no. She took the cover off and stashed it to assist herself to get through the pack, unmolested. And she does so. She makes an initial but unable to add any points.
It's like the Ninja advert, isn't it? They point off the track, go, look at the rabbit, and she just takes the panty off and goes. Just being a little bit sneaky there. We've seen that a few times this morning in different games where they'll take off the jammer's panty and just try and sneak through.
Yeah, very much part of the game now.
Just adding that element of confusion for the blockers, isn't it?
So Harlot Oscara and Bailey doing the respective jamming for their teams, both pushing up down the outside.
Harlot getting held up by Ballarat. Ballarat hanging on desperately to Harlot, trying to keep her at the back.
Bailey taking some hits out the front, but she is called as lead jammer for the Rat Pack. This spread out pack is going to have to reform before these jammers re-enter.
And Canberra really making themselves as wide as possible across that track.
Bailey's going to see what points she gets. She gets 2 and manages to get the call in before Canberra are able to get any points of their own.
And Bambi's going to be a feature here with Hellcat. We seem to be getting the same two lineups against each other, don't we? Hellfire looking at Bambi going, what are you up to? Do you reckon she'll maybe nudge her off as she takes off?
Just trying to take up some space in a takeoff area. And this time, Hellfire's going to give her a bit of a push towards the outside.
She didn't quite grab her in time. But the Ballarat defence hanging on to Bambi. Bambi going, I'm just going to muscle my way through until you get out of my way.
And there's the 2 whistles now. She's the lead jammer, Bambi Von Smasher.
It's like a miniature bulldozer, isn't she?
She puts her head down and plants that power, and away she goes. Hellfire's heading off to the penalty box.
We are on a power jam here for Canberra. Bambi making the most of this, picking up 5 on that pass. Going to make the most of this while the Ballarat jammer is serving time in the box.
She skates hard into the back of that Ballarat defence. Bounces off. Quickly back to her feet, though. Gets a shove through. That looks like Nux.
Oh, no penalties given there, but she did sort of surge forward there, maybe lost her footing.
She was assisted by her teammate.
Assisted.
Gently nudged through the pack, I think.
She's not doing much gently nudging herself, is she? She's a little powerhouse, Bambi.
Yeah.
Is she going to call that? No, she's going to get recycled there.
Yeah, she was just going for the spin across the inside, just knocked to the infield, unable to regain the track legally. Backwards she goes.
Oh, and Hellfire saying, well, I'm stuck, so while I'm stuck, I'm just going to push you out. And direction of play penalty on Hellfire. Interesting.
Bambi's still in control.
Hellfire's served a couple of sessions in the box. I'm not quite sure what she's up to on the number-wise.
Yeah, Loch Jess Monster just heading off to the penalty box there as well. Looks like failing to reform as that no pack was called earlier.
And that jam's been called.
So Canberra out now to 349 after adding 10 in that jam. Ballarat still struggling on 17.
And a big shout out to Cove Print for all our banners and flyers for the event. Thank you, Cove Print, for all our TGSS printing needs. And to PhysioFit, Adelaide's official physio provider. Go see them in the vendor stall area. What do you think? We might get some physio afterwards.
Absolutely. We're going to have a timeout. We can keep talking about sponsors all day long.
And that's the official timeout, isn't it? No, team timeout.
No, it's official.
Official.
Tell you what, Magic Mike, have you seen those bum boxes?
I haven't seen a bum box yet. Have you seen it?
I have, yeah. They're a little fold-out seat that you perch yourself on the concrete. Protect your bum from the cold cement.
Protect your bum chum from the cold.
Yeah, you can, if you're here... If you're here, you can get them at the TGSS merch stall. They're provided by Vizzy, Boxes and More.
And you know what's really cool? Because often those first couple of lines around the roller derby track, everyone is sitting on the floor. So you're down nice and low and you can still have the seats behind you. Really good. Great idea. And I imagine, we're in an Adelaide winter, or June, and you're sitting on the cement floor, and it's definitely cold in here, isn't it? But definitely what's not cold in this venue is the heat on track. There has been some absolutely electric play this morning.
Yeah, that's right. This game's no exception. Vice City Rollers currently with a convincing lead over the Rat Pack. Not for want of trying, though. This has been a hard-fought game. It's just the Canberra Jammers have been expert at getting through the defence and just calling it off before Ballarat have the chance to score.
Absolutely. And speaking of teams, we've got teams from all over Australia, Perth, Queensland and New Zealand. And people have come a long, long way to come and play Derby, but they're all here and they're all pumped and excited to go this weekend.
45 teams playing 80 games over the 3 days makes this the biggest roller derby tournament in the world.
And we're lucky enough to hold it here in Adelaide. And speaking of events coming up here in Adelaide, don't forget, Adelaide Showgrounds is putting in for the Women's Flat Track Roller Derby World Cup in 2017, so keep your eyes and ears open for that one.
So Fast Lap number 429 is going to be taking a power start for this jam.
And she's given a bit of love back to the cheer squad in the corner who are looking very green.
I love the green though. It's a lime green paired with the purple. But Fast Lap, she has the pack advantage and the power start, steps around the outside. She's your lead jammer.
And is that Hellfire now standing up in the box?
Bailey, sorry. Yeah, jammer for Ballarat. She'll be rejoining within the next 10 seconds.
And Canberra really trying to capitalise on that. Oh, and forward on the jammer. Ballarat's jammer going, I am going to give it to you.
Roxy Horror just going out of play there at the front, but she managed to slow Fast Lap down a little bit. Bailey back on track now, clear of the pack for an initial pass.
Horror really standing there holding guard, just going, you know what, I'm going to cause an absolute mess here for whoever comes through that pack. She did an absolutely brilliant job as pivot in that one.
Yeah, just standing out in front of that pack by herself, managing to slow Fast Lap down and force her into making the decisions.
And it was tough. She was short on numbers there a few times, so really holding the flag for Ballarat.
This jammer lineup again of Harlot Oscara and Xavier.
Xavier here, the official just heading back to the centre of the track. Jam timer. Xavier looking at a wall of green. And Canberra's jammer just being recycled back here.
Yeah, Rachel bringing her way back this side of the jammer line.
And that's Harlot that got recycled.
So, yeah, Harlot Oscara has been indicated as lead jammer for Vice City Rollers. She accelerates away from the pack there now.
Did an awesome job after being recycled back to actually get back out in front and still pick up the lead jammer spot.
And just heading off to the penalty box, that's Behemoth Rhapsody. So Harlot Oscara through for a scoring pass. Oh, and a big hit there in the pack there. Xavier getting sandwiched between those Canberra defenders. Knocks her to the ground. Harlot up on the toe stops around the outside. Picks up 5 more.
B-Zombie sort of holding the last line of defence for Ballarat, number 13. She is out in front. Taking really the place of the pivot for the moment while Rachel serves some time in the box. B-Zombie really trying to keep the girls together and hold up those jammers.
Rose Mortem doing the work at the front for Ballarat, chasing down these jammers as they make their way out of the pack, but the jam is called off now, Harlot Oscara.
Bowie Black just made it out of the box just in time to be able to join, have her position filled for the next jam. Chaos straight on track with Canberra too. They're quick, aren't they?
That's right. So we're going to have an official timeout. We're at track 2 here at the Great Southern Slam 2016. It's the Glynis Nunchucker track in the Goyder Pavilion here at the Adelaide Showgrounds.
Nunchuckers.
Absolutely. And one of the major tournament sponsors here this weekend are BRDL. They're sponsoring the after party. That's important. It's the BRDL High 80s Prom here after party at the Adelaide Showground. So if you're here on Monday, make sure you get yourself along there.
And you will know if you do Derby, there is always an after party.
And Adelaide do it like no other. So AM Chaos jamming for the Canberra. She's recycled, accelerates around the outside, down low on the outside again, gets her through to be lead jammer.
Have a look at Chaos's position when she's doing jammer. Down nice and low, just cruising.
And Bailey, number 42, heading off to the penalty box one more time as jammer for Ballarat.
Ballarat's defence being sort of spread out here as it's being picked apart by Chaos. She's just so good on skates at the moment.
Yeah, the Canberra jammers have been really strong here today.
But doesn't it make your life easier as a jammer when your blockers are doing so much offensive work for you as well? It just takes some of that pressure off of having to do everything yourself.
Absolutely. You can see here
lining up.
Screamstress just being held at the back there by the Canberra defence, unable to join the Ballarat wall, and so Canberra keeping control of the pack position. Both jammers back on track.
Chaos getting forced to the inside of the track there by the blocking wall. They're trying to bridge back quickly and slow her down, trying to minimise the damage being caused here by Chaos.
Bailey pushing around the outside. I think that's an initial for her.
Oh, that was a cutting penalty. Cutting penalty on...
yeah, Bailey heading back to the penalty box there.
Oh, picking up another penalty. Yep, she's definitely been picked up for the cut there.
So AM Chaos re-engaging with the defenders, skates away around them, another 5-point scoring pass.
And you can tell Bailey's intent at the moment, can't you? She's picking up quite a few penalties because she's really just trying to hammer it in and pick up some points.
That's right. AM Chaos, 25 points so far in this jam. The 4 whistles go. She's given 3 more, so that's a 28-point jam for AM Chaos.
Just so good, this girl.
I like how as soon as the whistles go to end the jam, all the skaters are best mates again and telling war stories to the opposition as they head back to the bench.
Until the whistle goes and it's game on.
And we're going to have a timeout. It's official timeout.
Time to fix the track there. The line's getting a little bit of a wearing just outside the penalty box, so the officials just sticking that back down for player safety.
I'd hate to see the sticky tape budget for this tournament. We've got 5 tracks.
How many knee pads have sticky tape on them too, do you reckon, and skates and things by the end of the weekend?
Loads. So Bailey's going to be starting this one in the penalty box for Ballarat as the jammer. So Bambi Von Smasher, 4'11" for Canberra, is going to be taking the power start. She is a blocker down on track.
So the jammer for Ballarat sitting in the box at the moment as well.
Pushes her way. Pushes her way past Vindicator, picks up lead almost straight away.
Bowie just looking at Bambi saying, what do you want? Bowie just cruising there for a minute, waiting for the jammer to come out for Ballarat. They knew exactly where she was when she was coming out of the penalty box.
That's right, they were ready and waiting. Bambi, meanwhile, has picked up another scoring pass. Just takes the time to assess where the defenders are. 1 foot, skated through on the inside, 4 points.
7.5 minutes left to run in this second half. Canberra currently on 4:03, Ballarat 20.
And again, Bambi Von Smasher just skates around the defenders, picks up the 4 points. The Ballarat blockers engaged with trying to get their own jammer through.
And Ballarat, to their credit, even coming up at this period in the game, are still absolutely chucking themselves at the jammers.
Yeah.
Just trying anything they can to slow them down.
Bailey with the star cover off her head at the moment, trying to get it off to Rachel, but Rachel being targeted by the Canberra defenders as well, preventing that star pass from happening.
Yeah, so and Bambi calling that one off for 3 more points too. I take my absolute hat off to Ballarat. Absolutely in loving the intensity that their blockers are playing with.
Yeah, Ballarat on 20 points now, 6.5 minutes left to go in the game. After that last jam, which was a 22-point jam for Canberra, takes them to 416. Not the biggest points blowout we've seen today.
No. And it is the early stages. This is day 1 of TGSS, 3 days of action-packed roller derby, and really trying to sort out who is where. And given the fact it's 2 years between TGSSs, a lot can change in a team's dynamic.
Absolutely. So fast lap, the jammer for Canberra. She's through. She's the lead jammer already. Xavier for Ballarat, the jammer, is out of the pack now as well. Fast lap's going to hit that and
call that one.
Call it.
That's 4 points picked up by fast lap. Unfortunately, none for Ballarat there. Canberra's looking in good shape there, aren't they? They're back on track. They're looking fit and healthy, ready to go. They're not looking terribly tired at this point.
Yeah, so Canberra back on track. They're in the lineup. Yeah, I just thought Rick Mortis was going to have a team timeout.
Team timeout to Ballarat?
Yep. So I was talking about BRDL before. They've got over 70 years being the innovative leader in the roller skating industry. It's BRDL skates. They're unmatched quality, unmatched performance. They've got heaps of gear here. You can visit the radar booth if you're here at the showgrounds, or if you're coming here to the showgrounds in the next couple of days. Win a free set of the all-new radar Halo wheels. Just one more reason to get along here to the Adelaide showgrounds in person to experience TGSS 2016.
Absolutely, and if you do get a chance to get down and get into track 1, the hall in there is so much merch in there, so many different things, t-shirts, caps, jackets, all sorts of stuff in there.
45 teams, all of the leagues have brought their own league merch as well.
Yeah. And some really, really cool designs for the leagues as well, the patches and the emblems and stuff. It is really, really interesting to see.
For sure. Number 13, Bazombi. She's going to be jamming for Ballarat. Harlot Oscara jamming for Vice City Rollers. I'm pretty sure you can see them on screen, the Vice City cheer squad on the far side of the track in the is it lime green, or we're going to call it fluoro green? What are we naming that?
There's some splashes of purple in there. It's almost a yellow green, isn't it? I'd say lime green. Harlot just sizing up this pack, heading down the inside, then moving away to the outside before being forced almost off track, and there's a cutting penalty. Ballarat cheering, we got her, they said.
Bazombi just being cycled back there behind Behemoth Rhapsody. Behemoth Rhapsody had committed a penalty and been called for a penalty. She could have come back in front of her. She had the star cover off. She's whacked it back on.
And the energy here at the moment, every time Ballarat gets a break, the place is going insane.
Yeah, power jam for Bazombi at the moment. She is not lead jammer. She's going to have to skate the full 2 minutes as jammer.
And getting chased down.
Canberra just trying to pick up that pack speed there now.
Big hit.
She's going to take her time getting up and getting back to for that recycle.
Canberra slowly starting to regroup. It's probably the first time in the game I've really seen Canberra get sort of broken up.
Yeah.
But Ballarat's defence just keeps getting better and better, and they're obviously learning a lot through this process because they're making little changes, and the defence is getting more and more solid during the game.
Harlot Oscara back on track for Canberra now. She's got the star cover in her hand, but can't get anywhere near the pivot at the moment to pass it off.
Ballarat's pivot getting recycled on the outside of the track there.
And Harlot Oscara going back the long way around those refs on the infield.
Ballarat's pivot.
Number 32, Rachel, heading off to the penalty box.
In serving a bit of time.
Behemoth Rhapsody heading back to the penalty box for the second time this jam.
And lots and lots of photos coming up as well. We can see the photographers here.
Oh, so many photographers. Get on the Facebook pages of all these photographers and the leagues and the tournament, and check out all the pictures and the photos. Tag your mates. Like them and love them. Just over 3 minutes left to go in this game. Vice City Rollers way out in front, 420. Ballarat Rat Pack on 29. They picked up 9 points from that last jam, Ballarat. AM Chaos jamming for Vice City, and Xavier for the Rat Pack. Chaos just finds an outside way around the defenders. She's the lead jammer.
And the pack is going absolutely frantic here towards the end of the game. Ballarat, with nothing to lose, are throwing everything they have at this Canberra team.
Anthrax, number 89 for Vice City, just heading off to the penalty box. Oh, and a big dodge there.
Dodge. Didn't she do a great job of that, Xavier? Nearly getting wiped out. She just missed her.
If that had connected, that would have been a big hit.
And don't forget, for great action and more information, check out greatsouthern.com.au.
Also check out on all the socials, hashtag TGSS2016.
Bambi lining up here with Bailey with just over 2 minutes left to run in this game.
One in the bin for Vice City. So just the three in the triangle at the front, trying to get Bambi through.
Still one Canberra blocker sitting in the penalty box. That is Anthrax taking her penalty.
Oh, Bambi gets called lead just as she goes down in the pack. She's not even going to run the race, just going to call it off. Get another jam in.
Definitely a lot of strategy and tactics and things in this game, isn't it? It's not as straightforward as you first think when you first see the game. Fast lap and Xavier lining up. Fast lap for Canberra, Xavier for Ballarat, as we start to run this clock down with almost a minute left to run.
Anthrax wasn't able to get out of the penalty box before that last jam was called off, so she'll start that one in the box again. Xavier just pushed to the inside, quickly back onto the track, stepping through this defence, but Fast lap
knocking
is
her
your
own
lead
pivot
jammer. Just giving some love back to the cheer squad on her way past again. You've got to support your cheer squad.
You do. We don't have a cheer squad.
We do at home.
That's true.
The Fast lap has picked up 5 points. Looks like Xavier has handed the star off. Rachel.
Oh, and just getting a cutting penalty is Rachel. She goes to the box with the jammer's panty in her hands.
Yeah, she knew she'd done that cut as soon as she heard the whistle. She was off. So the Canberra defence are just going to sit back and wait for Fast lap to charge into the back of this Ballarat wall.
And she hit the ground. That was a fairly solid stop. And that's what blockers do. Oh, that's looking a bit sore there on the shin of...
It's Vinderskater.
Vinderskater. She's looking a little tender.
Again, the passive offence there by CRDL. Just waiting for their jammer to find her own line through.
And Ballarat's taken that three-player wall with an extra in front to sort of pick up when they get through and try and hold them up almost on a second level, isn't it?
Yeah, the period clock has now expired. About 20 seconds left on the jam clock. Fast lap is just going to take it as far as she can. Another 5 points added for her.
And this will be the last jam of this game. Absolutely outstanding effort so far by Canberra. And she says, that's good, I'm done. Her team looking absolutely ecstatic in the box.
Yeah, as we go for an unofficial final, 25 points added by Fast lap at the end of that one. 454 defeating the Ballarat Roller Derby Rat Pack on 29. That was a hard-fought game for both teams.
And even though Ballarat didn't score as many points, they fought the whole way through, didn't they?
That was tough. They were getting some really good hits on the defence. They were able to roll around in defence, just not quite able to shut down those outside lines for some of those fast, down-low jammers using their levels to get through.
And getting picked off a few times too, where they did get the break and not having the lead cost them because then they got called off. It just made it really tough for them.
Yeah, so Canberra Roller Derby, Vice City Rollers taking the convincing win in that one as the fans get down trackside to take the high five on these laps from these skaters. Magic Mike, thanks for joining me in the commentary this time around. I've been Bob DeQuickley here on Track 2 at the Great Southern Slam 2016. We'll see you very shortly.